Love and Deepspace has had a lot of updates since it launched back in January. And even before then, the game already had so many features that I could barely keep track of. While there weren't any deal breakers, the game is amazing. There are just some things that I would have wanted to know before starting my gameplay. Even back during closed beta last December. It would have definitely saved me some headaches in playing the game. In this video, we'll not only go through what you can avoid, but also dive deeper on how you can make the most of your early gameplay as a beginner. So you won't have to go through the same mistakes I did. I'll be sharing one of my biggest regrets at the end, so make sure to stay until then. Without further ado, let's start with the first one. Making space in my device by uninstalling apps. I know you might tell me, but Sasha, I don't think that's a mistake. Well, remember that Love and Deepspace is quite a large game. And for some of us, our devices don't exactly have the bandwidth to smoothly run 20 gigabytes of a game. At least in my experience, my phone considerably slows down when it's about 98% storage capacity. So I had to uninstall apps and choose which mobile games I would like to keep. I knew that in the recent updates, the developers themselves are unloading some of the downloaded content to make the game smaller. This means if you really enjoy that specific content, like rereading the interactive 5-star story, you would have to re-download that previously downloaded content. But even with all that, Love and Deepspace is still quite large. And little did I know that you can actually manage your resources from the game itself. This means that you can play the game with only the bare minimum if you so desire. After you consume the content, read those spicy, angsty stories, then delete it to make way for new content. Don't worry, you can always re-download the content if you want to experience it again. To manage your resources, go to your profile by selecting your name or level on the main page. Tap on the down arrow button at the bottom of the screen. Then tap Manage Resource at the upper right. From here, you can choose which content you want to delete. And with a smaller storage requirement, I won't have to uninstall my other mobile games. Moving on with my second mistake, and that is not using or making use of my stamina early on. In any game, the first few chapters are usually where they dump the story exposition on the players. Some games have good pacing, while others are not so good. Tendencies are there is so much to do, so many features to go through, so many tutorials left and right that I forget that this is a mobile game. And most mobile games use energy or stamina to do certain tasks within the game. In Love and Deepspace, you use stamina to get resources to strengthen your memories in battles, like bottles of wishes, coins, ascension materials, and protocores. If those terms confuse you, we have guides in this channel to help you. So definitely check those out after this video. The maximum stamina you can get depends on your level, and it caps at 120, or 170 if you have an Aurum Pass. If the amount of your stamina is lower than your maximum amount, then you will gain 1 stamina every 6 minutes until it reaches the maximum amount. And if your current stamina is more than your maximum amount, well, nothing will happen unless you use your stamina. And that is my mistake. Even with the recent updates and freebies in the events, ways of grinding resources I feel is still a bit lacking. So make sure to make the most out of your stamina since it's pretty limited. If you don't know which resources to get or grind for, I would recommend the Heartbreaker Bounty Hunt for bottles of wishes. This is because all memories will require this to level up. But ideally, you should also know which memories to ascend. So try your best to know which ascension materials to get and which bounty hunt to pursue. In this example, since I am low on my green and yellow ascension materials, I went for Lemonette. Do remember that there are auto pursuits, so you don't have to battle every time. Auto pursuits in each stage unlock when you're able to finish a battle in that specific stage, regardless of how many stars you get. My next mistake is not doing the agenda or daily tasks. I've mentioned this in some of my earlier videos, however I cannot stress this enough. I am not a maximize your every run or play kind of girly, and I mostly play how I feel during that time. So during the closed beta last year, I didn't care for the tasks in the game that much. But to my surprise, it is the only way to earn significant experience to increase your hunter level. Even now with a 2.0 update. Hunter level is the level you see here on the main page and profile. This is also the level that will be shown in the friends list. Main stories and certain features are locked until you reach certain levels. Early examples are Playtime Kitty cards and the main story under Deepspace Chapter 4, both of which will unlock once you reach level 27. So why is this a big deal? It's because the hunter level has a daily cap to ensure you aren't speedrunning the game. Love in Deepspace wants you to take your time and enjoy the journey. Here are the max levels you can gain in your first 2 weeks. Day 1 is capped at level 20, Day 2 is capped at level 26, Day 3 is capped at level 31, Day 4 is capped at level 35, Day 5 is capped at level 38, Day 6 is capped at level 41, Day 7 is capped at level 43, Day 8 is capped at level 45, Day 9 is capped at level 47, Day 10 is capped at level 49, Day 11 is capped at level 50, Day 12 is capped at level 52. Moving on to my next mistake, which is leveling up 3-star memories. At the start, we won't have a lot of 4 or 5-star memories yet, but try your best to hold off on leveling the 3-star memories. It is pretty tempting, especially since you're locked to one companion and all you can do to match the proto field of the battle is use your 3-star memories. And I get it, I've been there. But I do want to emphasize how grinding huge amounts of resources for high-level 5-star memories takes a really long time. Especially more so if you're a free-to-play gamer like me. You will need all the resources you can save up for the better memories. That said, if it's really your last option, then go for it. Leveling up 3-star memories can still have benefits, like obtaining 20 diamonds when you upgrade and ascend it to 20. This is actually a last resort of mine whenever I need more diamonds to pull for limited 5-star banners. If you want to know more ways to grind diamonds and other rewards in the game, we got you covered in one of our videos. We'll share the link in the description so that you can check it out after this video. My next mistake is buying wishes using diamonds right from the shop. You see, when you buy directly from the shop, there will be no confirmation. When you enter the amount, then tap purchase, it's a done deal. However, if you choose to purchase wishes directly from the limited banner, then there will be this prompt asking if you want to proceed in consuming a specific number of diamonds. I find that this helps me in a way to stay strong and try not to pull for all event banners that come my way. I've mentioned it before and I will keep saying it. If you're a free-to-play player like me, chances are we won't be getting everything, so be wise in which event to pull. But remember, play the game how you want to play it. The insights mentioned here are merely from my gameplay experience and what the community sometimes asks about. You could actually make use of all of your diamonds to purchase all the wishes you can. In a way, it makes sure that all your diamonds will be allocated only for wishes. While I do agree to using your diamonds only for wishes and not for some random speed-ups or more attempts in a game, I find that not purchasing the wishes right away helps me limit myself in that specific event or banner. It's all about your specific tolerance or threshold. Then we have using the SSR wish crates too early. Getting the 5-star myth pairs can be pretty exciting, and chances are you were excited to open those 5-star wish crates you get from pulling memories at a certain amount in the permanent banner X-Space Echo. Because I was. But here's the thing, we only get a limited amount of wish crates, so wait until you have pulled enough to know which last few memories you are missing. In this example, I already have one memory of Raphael's Abyss Walker pair. I could choose to get Raphael's other memory now to finally get the pair. However, I also want to get Silas's solar pair. Given that I only have one wish crate now, I choose to wait for more pulls to maybe get a 5-star memory that will let me know which last few memories I'm missing. By the way, you can get the Wish Crate SSR by clicking the gift icon on the X-Space Echo wish page. Here you can see the number of pulls you need to acquire the Wish Crate. As of version 2.0, you can get 4 Wish Crate SSRs. Just to wrap it up, if you're missing 5 memories but only have the 4 Wish Crates, wait until you have pulled one of the 5 memories before opening the 4 wish crates. This is just so that you can get all solar pairs using the wish crates. And if you've made it this far, let me know by tapping a purple heart in the comments. Moving on to one of my deepest regrets in the game. I've played gacha games before and I was so confident that the rules should almost be the same. Take note of the keyword almost. At the start, the game gives out a lot of wishes and diamonds that I didn't care for it. I would always use the wish times 10 option. It saves me time and has a guaranteed 4-star memory. But what I didn't know was that starting from the 61st wish, the rate of getting a 5-star increases by 10% with each wish until it reaches 100% at the 70th wish. I'm a realist in gacha games. This is gambling after all. And I would always assume that I would hit hard pity, so I always save up for that. However, maybe, just maybe, I don't need to always run ahead to the 70th pull. Every little bit of wish or diamond helps after all. So with this newfound knowledge to always read the available information in each feature, and of course the 10% rate of increase, I would always pull one wish at a time starting from the 61st pull. Had I known this earlier, I would have saved a lot more wishes and diamonds. Well, I hope you won't make the same mistakes I did. We mentioned earlier a few of the guides that are available in the channel that you can check out. Click left for the combat guide for beginners, where we discuss the basics of battle and the terminologies. Or right for the ultimate guide on where you can get diamonds and other freebies in the game. We'll see you there, and stay awesome, gamers!